Hello, everybody. Welcome to your Self-Love Saturday with Laneice Leads, the co-founder of Big, Beautiful, and Blessed. And today, we are coming back, local here. I'm coming live to you from the privacy of my own home. We will be back next month with a special guest. But today, I just wanted to share with you 7 principles when developing self-love. So welcome, everybody. I'm so happy that you joined me today.
Self-love is some part of my destiny, embracing who I'm made to be. I stop hating the reflection that I see, fearfully and wonderfully made. I must love me through my journey. I must love me through my pain. Living and serving, I'm growing every day. I'm a reflection of His perfection. If God loves me, that's all I see. Self-love is a part of my destiny.
Yes. Self-love is a part of my destiny. And so, again, I'm not going to be before you long today. I'm just going to share 7 tips when you are on this journey to self-love. And I'm going to share with you, of course, this is from my own perspective. This is from what I've learned, what I have found out to work well for me. And so we're going to start backwards, obviously. And 7 is to continue the journey of learning you. 7, continue the journey of loving you. This is not a race where you have to figure it all out all at one time. We are on a journey, and it's okay that you are constantly learning yourself. What do you like to do? How do you like to do it? When do you like to do it? Where do you like to go? This is important. And I want you all to ask yourself right now, what is it that you like to do? And please don't have it. And I know that we might love our jobs. We might just enjoy our businesses, things of that nature. But what do you like to do? Like for fun? What is it that you like to do? What do you like to eat? Has that changed? It is so important that as we're on this self journey, as we are on our love journey, that we continue to learn ourselves. Learn yourself. No one should know you better than you, right? And as we are engaging in different type of relationships, whether that is an intimate relationship, our family relationship, our relationship with our children, it's important that you learn yourself, because when you learn yourself, you can set boundaries, right? But because we don't spend that time with ourselves, we don't really know. If someone were to ask you right now, like, what do you like to do for fun? Some people cannot answer that. Well, what is your favorite meal? And then I know for myself, as I'm growing older, more mature, there's certain things that I just don't like anymore. There's certain things that I used to eat that I don't eat anymore. There's certain thoughts that I used to have that now, because of life and my own experience, those things have shifted. But if we don't take time to learn ourselves, we won't know, and know that this is a continuous journey. This is not something that will ever just end. As long as you have breath in your lungs, learn yourself. Spend time with yourself. Sometimes we have to be in isolation so that we can hear our own thoughts, feel our own emotions. It's okay, because that's how we grow. And it's by knowing ourselves. Okay. So the next one, number 6, don't stay in regret, but it's okay to reflect. Don't stay in regret. As we are on this journey of loving ourselves, of discovering who we are, of growing, some of the things that we could have experienced, some of the things that we've done, we might have a moment of regret, right? Or just things that have happened to us, and it's an unpleasant situation. We can get caught up in living in regret. And if you're caught in that space, you can be stuck and not see the beauty of where you're going. It's okay to reflect, because in the reflection, you learn from the experience, even if you had no control over the experience, right? Some things happen to us, but if we learn from it, it can happen for us, right? We can say, I'm going to take this experience. I'm not going to stay in the regret mode. I'm not going to stay in a depressed mode, but I'm going to see how I can grow from it. So, and in order to grow from it, we do have to reflect on it, but don't get stuck in that reflection. Because that was a moment in time. That does not describe your whole life, right? That does not say this is who you are. That moment is not who you are. That moment does not define your greatness. Okay, so it's okay to reflect, but don't get stuck in regret. All right. So, guys, we're almost done. Number 5, honor, respect, and believe in yourself. Believe in you. How you treat yourself is an outwardly expression how you expect others to treat you. All right. And that goes back to even taking time to learning and spending time with yourself. That goes back to setting those boundaries. You have to honor and respect yourself. And you have to believe in you, right? So you should be your loudest cheerleader. What is your vision? What is your goals? Believe that you can. Believe that you will. Believe that you too can have it, right? And so honor yourself. Respect yourself. Put boundaries out there. What are you doing that you're showing that, look, I honor me. I respect me. I'm not perfect, but I'm growing. I'm in the progress. I love me. I'm okay with me. You know, and it's okay for you to be okay with you. It's okay for me to respect myself, to know when to release and let go. Okay. So, and that goes back to number 1 of learning yourself, right? And so I hope you guys are enjoying this. Again, if you're just now jumping on this, I'm Laneice Leads, the co-founder of Big, Beautiful, and Blessing. Today, I'm just sharing 7 tips on how you can love yourself. And so before we go on and close it out with the final tips, I just want to thank my sponsors for making this happen. Taylor Legacy with Saquana Taylor, where they have mastered uncommon conversations from advocacy to capacity building in wealth, relationships, and so much more. Come on. Taylor Legacies wants to thank our sponsors. Reed's Newgate Funeral Home. It's a family-owned business, and they specialize in professionalism, dedication, and they are truly committed to serving each family. Located at 5665 North Titonia Avenue in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 414-358-0538. With compassion and care, they are dedicated to making a difficult time easier. Welcome back again. I'm Laneice Leads. Again, I am the co-founder of Big, Beautiful, and Blessed. And today I'm just sharing with you 7 tips on your journey and self-love, right? And that's what this is all about. We just stopped at number 5 where we were talking about believing in yourself. And so now we're on to tip number 4. Be mindful of your words. Be mindful of your words. What words are you speaking to yourself? Think about it. Think about the things that you say to yourself. Would you say that to somebody you love? Would you say that to somebody you care about? What are those thoughts that are creeping in your mind? Okay. And that's where it starts at, the thoughts, right? And then the thoughts turn into words and the words turn into action. So we have to be mindful of our thoughts. We have to be mindful of what we speak out, saying, I can't, I want, I shouldn't, you know. No, do not speak that negativity over yourself. Again, that goes back to believing in yourself. That goes back to being your best cheerleader. And sometimes, and this all goes back to learning yourself, because sometimes I might think, oh, I want to do this, this, and that. And when I do it, even if it doesn't work out for me, I should not be down talking myself. I should say, what is the lesson? Because I'm not going to live in regret. You see, all of these line up together. I'm not going to live in regret from that experience. What that experience taught me was Laneice doesn't like doing that, or that's not Laneice's strong point. So what else can I be doing? What else should I be doing? What did I learn from that experience? Maybe I picked up a skill or two that I can apply in somewhere else. But guess what? I am not going to down talk myself. I'm not going to do that. And I don't want you to do that either. And guess what? Because that goes back to what? Honoring and respecting ourselves. And how do I know if I'm honoring and respecting myself? What words am I saying to myself? What thoughts am I having to myself? Are those thoughts equal to the word honor? Are those words equal to the word respect? How I'm showing up, am I showing that I believe in myself? Okay, so that is tip number 4. Be mindful of your words. Be mindful of your thoughts. You guys, we are almost done. We are now at tip number 3. It's your life. You're in the driver's seat. You are in the driver's seat. What does that mean? You are responsible for yourself. You are responsible, and that is a good space to be in because I'm responsible, because I'm now in a space where I have a choice to go into this situation. I have a choice to release this situation. What choice am I going to make? Now, I am a woman of faith, so I definitely believe that God is ultimately in the driver's seat, right? But how am I allowing him to lead and guide my life? When I see that something isn't working for me, am I going to stay in my comfort zone and just keep allowing that situation to go on? Am I going to stay in my comfort zone because of fear or whatever my negative words that I'm saying to myself? Am I going to just stay there? Or am I going to trust myself, respect myself, honor myself enough to say, you know what, I'm going to move forward? Why? Because I'm in the driver's seat and I want to turn. Guess what? You have the option to turn. You have the option to keep going. You have the option to stop. Right? But sometimes we don't know when to make a turn. Sometimes we don't know when to push through and keep going. Sometimes we don't know when we need to turn that thing around because we haven't done what number 1 said was continuing to learn ourselves. We haven't spent time with ourselves. Look, all of these points tie together. That's why they are on my top 7 things that you have to do when you're on this journey to discovering self-love. Because if I don't spend time with myself, I don't know myself. Guess what? I don't know what good sounds like. I don't know and believe and respect my voice. And because of that, I don't know when to turn around and when to stop. I'm not in the driver's seat. In fact, someone else is driving me and I'm just going along for the ride. Today, sis, if you listen to this, you're no longer going along for the ride. You're driving your own life on today. Okay. And number 2, I know you all have heard this, but I cannot say this enough, that you're enough. I cannot stress how important number 2 is. You are enough. A lot of times, our mind, again, that goes back to our thoughts and our words. We doubt ourselves. For whatever reason, we feel like we're not enough. Maybe someone else said it. Maybe someone else treated us a way that didn't honor and respect us. Maybe we just been a passenger for so long, and so we think that we're not enough to get into the driver's seat, right? We're living in this fear of maybe thinking that I don't want to be an imposter. And sometimes we think that we're an imposter because guess what? We know our whole life. We know who we are. We know where we've been. We know what we've been through. And so who am I to now be here? But I want to say, who are you not to be? It's because you've been there. It's because of those experiences that you have the room and the space to now know that you're enough. Everything that you're doing, everything that you're going through, you are enough, sis. So just understand that and walk in that truth. And as you're on this journey, even if you make mistakes, guess what? I'm not going to live in regret. I am going to reflect and move forward because I'm still enough, even though that happened. I'm still enough through my loss. I'm still enough through my gain, right? So that is so important as you're going on this journey called self-love. You are more than enough, and everything that you need will be provided to you. And finally, number 1, and we are done for today, is take a moment to breathe. Take a moment to pause. Self-care. Look, life can get busy. The world can get busy. Sometimes we can be stressed and so much can be happening to us. But in that moment, I want you to stop and I want you to pause. Sometimes when we're in a driver's seat, we need to know, you know what? I need to be at a red light. If a red light isn't coming, guess what? I'm going to pull over because I need to take a deep breath. I need to breathe and I need to pause. Let's just pause for a moment right now. One more time. You're worth it. You're worth that pause. Guess what? Because when you pause and you take a deep breath, that slows your heart rate down. It gives you an opportunity to think. Because sometimes we make decisions in the moment because we haven't taken a moment to pause. But when we respect and honor ourselves, even if it's an emergency on someone else, it doesn't constitute that it's an emergency for us. No, sis, I need to pause for a minute. No, before I say yes, I need to think about this. I need to pause. Before I sign that contract, before I leave this job, before I do whatever, I need to pause. Whatever your situation is, whatever is going on, pause. Now, I've been in situations, I'm going to tell you, where I have been upset. There's been stuff that have kept me up at night. I mean, I remember I was in this situation where I was really stressed with an individual. And I mean, I started having nightmares about this. And you know what I did? I paused. And in my pause, I started praying and meditating. And the situation didn't change. The person didn't change, but I did. Because I was in the driver's seat and realized, you know what? I can pause myself. And then I started looking at it from a different perspective when I wasn't so caught up in it. What area do you need to pause in? What area do you need to take a deep breath in? What area do you need to say, wait a minute, I need to look at this from a different perspective? I'm too in. Sometimes we need to look from the outside so that we can deal with it on the inside. Sometimes we need to look at it from the outside so we can deal with it on the inside. Amen. Amen. You guys, that has been my 7 tips. Again, take a moment and breathe, pause, self-care. Understand that you are enough. You are in the driver's seat. This is your life. It's your responsibility. Guess what? We have to be mindful of our words. Honor, respect, believe in you. Be your own biggest cheerleader. Don't live in regret, but it's okay to reflect. Reflect on those things, learn and grow. It's not a loss. No, it's not a loss. All we do is win when we, guess what? Final thing, continue on the journey of learning you. continue on the journey of learning you. You guys, something that I always do is I end with a mirror. I ask you guys to grab your mirror, but today I'm going to ask you to grab your phone, right? Grab your phone and turn on the camera. Turn on your camera. On your camera, you should be able to look at yourself, right? So I want you to look at yourself, and I want you to say your name, Laneice. I love you. And there is nothing you can do about it. You're more than enough. And self-love will be a part of your destiny. You guys, I hope that you enjoyed this talk today. I hope that you got something out of the 7 tips. Please share with me a tip that you may have of your own, a tip that you use that helps you on your self journey, because guess what? We are all students too. You're the teacher and the student. I'm forever at the altar of learning, right? And I love to learn from everyone else. So share with us a tip that you have used on your self journey. And remember, you can meet me here every first Saturday of the month as I share and I talk with other people. And we talk about this thing called self-love. We talk about how we get there together. We're vulnerable, we're real, and we express this. Why? Because everybody's about to level up. Level up in your self-love. Thank you again. My name is Laneice, and this has been my pleasure to serve you. Self-love is a part of your destiny.